Hey you guys, in this video we are going to be watching Matilda. It was on our Friday poll. It got 41%, so most of you wanted me to watch it. It came out in 1996, and I have already seen it, so this is not a first watch, unfortunately. This is one of the movies that I don't think I've seen as much as maybe other movies I rewatch. I don't know why. It's an amazing, I remember loving this movie. And Mara Wilson is such a great actress. You know, she's been in Miss Doubtfire, A Miracle on 34th Street? I always get the number wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. Not the original, but the remake that I personally like a little bit more, but it's just because I grew up with it. That's probably why. You know, we tend to like things that we watched when we were younger and grew up with. So speaking of Christmas though, that is a movie I definitely do want to watch. We'll see if we get to it, but right now it's not Christmas. Thanksgiving's coming. Even though Thanksgiving's coming, I thought I would still kind of do Halloween. This isn't really a Halloween movie. I'm sure you could make an argument for it to be one, but it's not really. So, but it's magical, right? Like, she has powers, right? Matilda can, move things. So I also hope you guys like my outfit. I couldn't exactly find that exact dress, of course. I mean, I'm an adult. It's not like I'm gonna go find a dress like she's wearing in the movie. Close enough. And then I made a cute little, bow headband thing that she wears. Alright, let's get right into Matilda. And I'm watching it on Netflix. I don't know why I thought this was a Disney movie, but I just did. I have to pause this here. So while I was editing, the audio footage is just not working. It sounds like nothing, like crickets. So I had to use the camera audio from here on out. So if that really affects you, sorry, it is what it is. I told you, you're warned. I don't think it sounds that bad, but I don't know. And then, the icing on top too was I had to re-record the whole movie because that footage is really choppy and just, I think a ghost, did something to that shit. So, yeah, like this video for my sanity. Please. Please do. Elements of exaggerated meanness and ridicule, and for some mild language. This is the only thing I could find. My other headphones, oh god, these look ridiculous. My other headphones died, so I have to work with these. God, now this is too short. My mom was kind enough to give me one of her headsets from work, so I appreciate it.
Everyone is born, but not everyone is born the same.
They're like snowflakes.
Most parents believe their children are the most beautiful creatures ever to grace.
Kind of should, I guess.
Others take a less emotional approach. What a waste of time.
And painful.
And expensive.
Jokes aside, this is actually quite sad, though. I see why they have to give a, I know Netflix probably does it with all movies. The, rating of movies, especially older ones. Because, I could not see them making a movie like Matilda today. I mean, it would be great, but I just remember the parents being really horrible. Oh, Harry. I'm just gonna call him Danny DeVito. I'm sorry. I can't. He's Danny DeVito. They're forgetting the child, aren't they?
The Wormwoods were so wrapped up in their own silly lives.
Wormwoods? Is that their last name?
Had they paid any attention to her at all, they'd have realized she was a rather extraordinary child. They named her Matilda.
You're supposed to eat the spinach.
Oh, that's gross. That looks like shit.
You better off raising tomatoes.
How did they raise their other child?
By the time she was 2, Matilda had learned what most people learn in their early 30s. How to take care of it.
In the early 30s?
Every morning, Matilda's older brother, Michael...
Yeah, how did they raise Michael?
Her father went to work selling used cars
Make money.
for unfair prices. And her mother took off to play bingo. That was how she liked
I love the song. What a smart young girl. I definitely was not doing this at that age. No. Pancakes are pretty easy, but not at that age. No. That's impressive.
Matilda had read every magazine in the house.
Wow.
One night, she got up her courage and asked her father for something she
She had
desperately
to get up
wanted.
courage for it.
A book? What do you want a book for?
To read.
To read? Why would you want to read when you got the television set sitting right in front of you? There's nothing you can get from a book that you can't get from a television faster.
Get out of the way.
That's so sad. Good job, Matilda. Yes. What a smart girl. It makes me feel like such a loser. This and Home Alone. Macaulay Culkin, Kevin. Like, when you think about back to when you were a kid, you're like, wow. But of course it's just a movie. But so every time, this is so impressive.
Where are the children's books, please?
Yeah, no one questions it.
Would you like me to pick you out one with lots of pictures in it?
She's like,
No,
I'm an
thank
adult.
you. I'm sure I can manage.
Although I miss picture books, okay? I do. But yeah, like no one questions it. You know, in the 90s, 80s, I guess 80s, I can understand why everyone's just like,
And devoured one book after another. Mrs. Phelps, who had been watching her with
Mrs.
fascination.
Phelps is so nice.
You know, you could have your very own library card, and then you could take books home. And you wouldn't have to walk here every...
Just make sure to return them.
Nurtured by the voices of all those authors.
I wish I liked reading that much. I just read what, was mandatory, like what I had to read in school. There really wasn't a lot of other time for me to read. At least when I was in school, they just gave you so many things to read. Like I had no time to read myself. Or I maybe did, but not enough. Especially with all the homework, it just all piles up, I just feel like you're not really given that much time, in life. Life's just busy, I guess is what I'm saying. But maybe I'm just making excuses. Once again, though, she's probably not in school yet, is she?
Any packages come today?
What's her age? Mara Wilson!
Where'd all this come from?
How old is she now?
Library.
The library? You've never set foot in a library. You're only 4 years old.
6.5.
Okay, 6. So maybe when she was 4, she was getting the books.
I want to be in school. I told you I was supposed to start school in September.
Yeah.
You wouldn't listen.
If she's not in school, that is just wrong.
How old is Matilda?
4. I'm 6.5, Mommy. I was 6 in August.
You're a liar.
I want to go to school.
Who would be here to sign for the packages? Now go watch TV like a good kid.
Oh, this is horrible.
Sometimes Matilda longed for a
Of
friend.
course.
Such people might exist only in storybooks. But Matilda was about to discover that she could be her own friend, that she had a kind of strength she wasn't even aware of. It's time you learn the family business. The first car your brilliant father sold cost $320. I sold it for $1,158.
And you don't feel bad about that at all.
Wait, Daddy,
going
too fast.
Just right. The third cost $68. I sold it for $999.
What?
What was my profit for the day?
Can you repeat the last one? $10,265.
You're a little cheat. You saw the paper.
From all the way over here? Punished for being smart?
For being a smart aleck. That person has to be taught a lesson.
Oh my god. I forget how horrible they are.
He meant to say, when a child is bad. Instead, he said, when a person is bad. And thereby, children could punish their parents. Only when they deserved it, of course.
They deserve it. I feel like the only inconsistency. Why is this a weird word to say? So the child actor that played her when she was 4 or whatever age, not 6.5, it looked like she had brown eyes. And Mara Wilson has more like greenish brown eyes. They're pretty green. So that's kind of the only thing, but I do know though some like, I don't know, there's this thing that where your eyes can change, like if they were a certain color when you were young. Some people's eye color does kind of change over time. So things I guess can change. Wow, I'm making this way too more detailed than it is. God, their house is like way too busy for me. What is she even doing to her hair? Like, I don't understand what those small little curlers are for. Like, what are they really doing? Okay, I wasn't really paying attention, but
My boy, today's the day I take you to the shop.
she put stuff in that.
I don't know. What do you say, Dad?
Oh, is it like glue? Or like, cause I know something gets stuck to his head.
They buy me, which is why I personally take such pride in my appearance. Well-oiled hair, clean shave, snappy suit. There's a sucker born every minute. We're gonna take him for all they got. Okay, my boy? Heir to the throne?
Yeah, so they only treat him good because he's the boy.
Today we diddle the customer. What's wrong with you?
She
What are you looking at?
bleached his hair.
Here we are, my heartstrings. Snickerdoodle.
Ugh, I love her little smile, her little smirk. It's what you deserve.
Dirty dealings, like buying stolen car parts, never stay secret for long, especially when the FBI gets involved.
Suspect exits domicile.
I've got 918.
Is this really like what the FBI, like, this, no. Maddie, no. This is not what the FBI does. I don't think they, like, stake out, and could be wrong. I wouldn't know.
Weld these bumpers on, but that takes time. So, we use super glue instead. Put it on there.
Won't it fall off?
Definitely.
Isn't that dangerous?
Not to me, okay? The sawdust quiets the gears and lets the engine run as sweet as a nut for a couple of miles. Of course it's cheating. Nobody ever got rich being honest.
There's truth to that, but also, how do you sleep at night? Like, clearly he does, but my God.
See?
Yeah. Daddy, you're a crook.
He is.
This is illegal.
I mean, it's amazing he's figured out all these techniques, but it's not great.
But don't people need good cars?
Yeah.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're
I
little.
remember
I'm
this
right,
scene.
you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
That's literally, that sums up what being a child's like. Like, adults just do not, with adults that don't want to listen. You know, not everyone's horrible and not everyone's nice. It's just, it's life.
Here's your hat, Daddy.
Get in the car.
Oh, does that get stuck on his head? Why do I think his hat gets stuck on his head? I don't know, maybe I'm making it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
I don't remember any of the flipper.
It must be exhausting being her, having to look like that every day, and it's not even paying off. It's not looking good.
Harry, nobody cares what your hair looks like.
I wouldn't take it off.
I can't get it off. I can't get it off. Ah, you put on the skin.
You're such a baby. Stop it.
Usually if something's not coming off, I think the worst thing to do is just keep trying to rip it off. Poor woman, just like, get off me, sir. God. This is so impressive. What a scene. Yeah, what you deserve. It looks good.
I will not be the figure of ridicule.
Dude, I would be going to, like, a dermatologist for that. Like, that's gonna hurt your head.
It's not trash, Daddy. It's lovely. It's called Moby Dick by
Well,
Herman
that's
Melville.
impressive. She can read that.
Moby what? This is filth.
It's not mine. It's a library
And look at the TV.
Lizards are not liable for any skin irritation. It may result from playing out.
And then, you know, we wonder why as a society we're a little... Why is she wearing sunglasses at night?
Told you that was a cheap set.
It's not a cheap set, it's
I'm
stolen.
not surprised.
Was it
I
magic?
wonder how much is stolen in their house and how much they actually bought.
I need a car, inexpensive but reliable. Can you service me?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Welcome to Wormwood Motors. Harry Wormwood.
Miss Trunchbull.
Agatha Trunchbull, principal. I want a tight car because I run a tight ship. Use the rod, beat the
Use
child. That's
the rod beat the
Terrific
child.
model. Got a boy, Mikey, and one mistake, Matilda.
They're all mistakes, children. Filthy, nasty things. Glad I never was one.
Uh-huh. You're going to school.
I am?
First thing tomorrow.
No, a special school
Yeah.
where...
Okay. You get a real education at this place.
Yeah.
Matilda had always wanted to go to school
Not this
because she
one.
loved to learn.
Miss Honey is... She a real one.
Go ahead.
Thank God for her.
She pictured a lovely building surrounded by trees and flowers and swings.
Oh.
Well, there was a building.
Prison chic.
After all, any school is better than no school.
That is true. That is a good way to look at it, I guess. Okay. Who brings their kids here? I guess people who have parents like Tilda do.
She doesn't really hit children with that riding crop, does she?
No, it's mostly for scare. What she does is worse. Like yesterday, the second grade, the Trunchbull makes a weekly visit to every classroom.
Oh my God.
Was Julius okay?
He lived, if that's what you mean.
She lived.
It's better than being put in the chokey.
children.
Yeah, that would suck the most, I think.
It's a tall, narrow hole in a...
I couldn't.
You have to stand in a drippy pipe with jagged edges, and the walls have broken glass and nails sticking out.
Inside, you festering ball of...
Sometimes she leaves you in there all day.
But didn't you tell your parents?
They didn't believe me. I mean, would your parents believe it?
Oh, this poor girl. I remember.
Amanda Thrip. What are those?
You mean my pigtails?
Are you a pig, Amanda?
My mommy thinks they're sweet.
Your mommy is a twit. You'll chop those off before school tomorrow.
So she doesn't like pigtails. Note to self.
You bat.
Abuse aside, I would love to know how they shot this scene.
Think she'll make the fence?
Can we close
Oh
one?
my god. Okay, that looks fun now. They all should just like team up and try to attack her.
But Matilda's teacher, Miss Honey, was one of those remarkable people who appreciates every single child for who she or he is.
Solitary confinement. Sorry, I was Googling a word because I kept thinking about it. And what Miss Trunchbull does is that. I mean, that's the worst thing you could do to anyone because we're such social creatures.
This is Matilda Wormwood. I'd like you to sit over here with Lavender. Now,
What a sweet name. Lavender. So beautiful.
I'd like you to be especially nice to Matilda and make her feel welcome.
I would, like, she's a teacher you want everyone to have.
Miss Honey had a deep, dark secret. Though it caused her great pain, she did not let it interfere with her
I
teaching.
wonder what it did. I've already seen this and I don't even remember.
14.
Very good, or 13 times 379.
4,900.
Of course Matilda can. My god.
Beg your pardon?
She's a genius.
Times 379. 4927.
Mara Weston also does a really good job of making it seem like she's not fully, like she's not too overconfident where you're like, okay, she's a know-it-all. She's like, no, she's just so humble. And she plays Matilda really well.
It is.
I read this book last year in mathematics at the library.
Ah!
Lately I've been reading Charles Dickens.
I was like,
I could read him every day.
So could I.
oh, they're so similar. It's so cute.
All right, everyone.
She's honestly a prodigy. She's not even just a genius. I think that's what you call like younger people who are really smart, right? She's a great actress too. I wish I remember her name, but
Can you?
headmistress. Oh my god.
Time for one of our little heart-to-hearts.
She is like so evil. It's hard to believe no parent. Like she's not been, I don't know. She hasn't gotten in trouble at all.
Blister a festering pustule of malignant ooze.
Oh, no. Matilda Wormwood is a very sweet girl.
You just got her.
She can multiply large sums in her head.
So can a calculator. You can't handle the little viper, so you're trying to foist her off on one of the other teachers.
No, Miss Trunchbull.
No, she loves her. Like,
The distance the shot put goes.
we're not in the Olympics, my dear. Like,
Putrescent little children!
oh my god.
My teacher lets me do 6th grade work.
You're kidding.
Algebra
I
and
love that.
geography.
Hold on a minute. Can't you see I'm in the middle of an important phone call?
Principal is insane. She threw a girl over the fence by her hair.
It would change your life, too, if you waxed yours out.
The most wonderful teacher.
At least she has that, you know?
I'm telling you, 6 hours a day at school is not enough.
I'll say.
Hi!
Touche. You think she likes being with you guys? No.
Gentlemen, saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell.
I'm Jennifer, honey. I'm Matilda's teacher.
Oh, her name's Jennifer. I didn't know. I never knew what her first name was. Now I know.
Beat it, we're watching TV.
Mr. Wormwood, if you think watching some rotten TV show is more important than your daughter, then maybe you shouldn't be a parent.
All right, come on, get this over with.
Get this over with.
I'm sure you're aware by now that Matilda has a...
She's really brilliant.
She's reading material that I...
Want one?
No, thank you, dear.
Oh, Miss Honey is so... She's too kind for this world.
She'd be ready for college in just a few short years.
What? What? She is really
Girl
smart.
does not get anywhere by acting intelligent. I mean, take a look at you and me. You chose books. I chose looks. I have a nice...
Looks.
You want Matilda to go to college?
I didn't go to college. I don't know anybody who did. Bunch of hippies and cesspool salesmen.
Don't sneer at educated people, Mr. Wormwood. If you became ill, your doctor would be a college graduate.
That's true.
Say you were sued for selling a faulty car. The lawyer who defended you would have gone to college too.
What car? Sued by who?
It's too close to home.
Nobody.
It was an example.
Dear, I can see we're not going to agree, are we?
Why'd you stand in the middle of the ring?
Oh, it's really nice.
You missed it?
Wait. Listen, college, of course, isn't the only way to, pursue one's future, but it's not like you gotta make fun of it. My God.
Bruce Bogtrotter.
Oh, I remember this. I don't even know if I want to watch this scene. It always made me so uncomfortable.
Would little Brucey come up here, please?
No. I would run away, I think. How has Miss Trunchbull not gotten, investigations on her? How has it not been an ongoing thing, investigation here? The lights just went on and off.
A serpent into the school kitchen and ate my personal snack!
Well, it's hard for me to remember a specific cake.
Oh, no, don't say that.
How can you be sure unless you have another piece?
This is the weirdest, part of the movie. I could do without this scene.
Here we go.
It looks it's there's too much frosting though on it. You can tell it's just way too sweet. Because I am a baker after all. I do like baking though. But I wouldn't say I'm not a chocolatier. Those Lindor commercials? No, he's the chocolatier makes these, the delicious Lindor chocolate balls, and it's just is that actually a job to be a chocolatier? Is that a legit job? Because I would probably be great at it.
Yeah.
Even I like chocolate, and this scene just makes me, no. Where's the fork? Can you not eat it with a fork? This is just not right.
You must have some more?
No, he's good.
She made this cake just for you to have on your
This
bed.
poor cook, she even looks so sad.
Her sweat and blood went into this cake, and you will not leave this entire confection. See you at lunch. Thank you, Cookie.
No, she just does horrible. She seems very fine with this.
He's going to puke.
Yeah, that's a lot of cake.
You can do it, Brucey!
Oh, that's really sweet.
Silence!
You did it!
We've caught a bad one. Kind of accidentally.
I feel like they're doing nothing. What are they solving?
Miss Trunchbull kept the whole school late because we ate some chocolate cake.
That's the biggest lie I ever heard.
It's true though.
The cops are watching the house.
You are such an ignoramus. Those are speedboat salesmen.
No.
Cops.
FBI, right? That's what they said they were. Oh, I thought they were catching frogs.
It's a newt.
Flaming car!
Maybe you shouldn't have bought it from you-know-who.
Sell me a lemon. You're heading for the turkey.
Oh, so she's getting in trouble because of her dad.
Never rots far from the tree.
Sorry guys, my group chat's going off and I turned my ringer off on my phone, but I guess not my iPad. Although I don't know how you do that on an iPad. Hopefully that helps.
They're the bane of my life. They're like insects.
Oh, poor Miss Honey.
My idea of a perfect school is one in which there are no children at all.
Are you okay?
Isn't she gonna just get in trouble for this though?
Can you spell?
On her again.
Mrs. D, Mrs. I, Mrs. F, F, I.
Why are all these women married?
Oh my god.
What's funny?
She doesn't even look.
Speak up.
It's a snake. It's a snake.
Ah, it's a snake.
It's not a snake.
I knew it.
I just thought you'd like to know it's not a snake. It's a newt.
You did this.
No, Miss Trunchbull.
Yeah, I don't know if she should have said anything.
For this newt, you pissworm.
I'm telling you, I didn't.
Just call her a Kiss word.
Because I'm big and you're small, and I'm right and you're wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. Am I wrong?
I feel really lucky for even the worst teachers that, you know, the more bad teachers I've had, of course, never like this. But this movie makes you feel like things aren't too bad. It's kind of cute though. I almost feel like they made her too mean. Like, it's like, what is her I just wonder her backstory, like what happened to her when she was a kid.
I made the glass tip over.
Don't let Miss Trunchbull make you feel that way. It was an accident.
I did it with my eyes. Watch, I'll prove it to you.
Oh, maybe she probably does think she has like some sort of mental illness.
Maybe I made myself tired.
Matilda, would you like to come over to my house this afternoon?
I'd like that very much, Miss Honey.
That's where Miss Trunchbull lives.
Oh, Miss Trunchbull lives there?
A girl I know used to live in that house.
And it's her, right?
When she was just 2 years old, her mother died. Her father was a doctor, and he needed someone to look after things at home, so he invited the mother's stepsister to come and live with him. But the girl's aunt was a mean person who treated the girl very badly.
The Trunchbull.
Yes, and worst of all, when the girl was 5, her father died. The police decided he'd killed himself.
Why would he do such a thing?
No one knows.
Oh, I forgot this about the movie. So are they kind of insinuating that Miss Trunchbull...
The end is happy.
You know.
She found a small cottage. She rented it from this lovely rhubarb farmer for just $50 a month. And she planted hundreds of wildflowers, and she moved out of her wicked aunt's house, and she finally got her freedom.
Good for her.
Yeah.
You were born into a family that doesn't always appreciate you. But one day, things are going to be very different.
So nice.
Should we go inside and have tea and cookies?
That sounds lovely.
This is a cottage from your story.
I hope not too many people can relate to this, but I'm sure just as Miss Doubtfire, that it's, you know, based in a little reality.
Beautiful doll my mother gave me with a china face. Lissy doll, I called her.
You're very brave, Miss Honey.
Not as brave as you.
I thought grown-ups weren't afraid of anything.
Quite the contrary. All grown-ups get scared, just like children.
I wonder what Miss Trunchbull is afraid of.
I feel like when you get older, things actually just become more real.
There she is.
Oh, she's scared of cats.
She's afraid of a cat.
Black cats. She's very superstitious.
Oh my god!
Poor kitty. Let's go get your treasures.
No, Matilda.
Yeah, no, Miss Honey, she got it. No, come on, be the adult. That's dangerous.
Miss Honey!
There must be a part of her, though, that wants to go. What a house. My god.
House.
Yeah, that's so sad. This was her house.
My father's portrait used to hang there.
Whoever painted the Trunchbull must have had a strong stomach. A really strong stomach.
I mean, that's, I guess, pretty impressive.
Father's chocolate box.
I get a chocolate box. It's fun.
After supper, he'd take a chocolate, cut it in half, and he'd always give me the bigger half.
That's so sweet.
When he died, Aunt Trunchbull would count them so I couldn't even sneak one. She'd take a chocolate, bring it to her lips, and say,
Much too good for children.
Have one.
She'd notice.
Where's Lissy doll?
Upstairs. Matilda.
She's coming back, though, yeah. I don't know if it's a good idea.
This is my room.
Wow, what a big room.
That's my dad.
What's his name?
Magnus. He called me Bumblebee.
Aww.
I don't think Magnus killed himself.
Neither do I.
Like, what injustice, you know, growing up, feeling that way, but not being able to do a thing.
Like roadkill! You what?
Oh, she is observant.
Who's in my house?
It's like she has to use her magic at some point. This house would be great to play hide and seek in. Oh, that's so nice of Miss Honey to, like, redirect her attention. I don't know. Doesn't she go like under the table? Yeah, they had, like, I don't know, somehow they did that. I don't know how you just do that in real life. This is the basement? Oh my god. Oh god. Definitely got some anger issues, that's for sure.
Then we'll go get your doll. Just kidding.
Oh, but I think she does, though. Such a beautiful house, though. Just such a sad person.
Yeah, and we both just swam in it.
Now they're in their house.
That was the old days. Now we've got money in banks all over this planet.
She's giving them a lot of information.
They are not cops. They are ace powerboat salesmen.
Babyface, I'm starved. Who are you? What is this, a hot tub party?
A hot tub party?
You don't let me talk to people. I am in a cage, Harry.
No kid likes being yelled at, but it was precisely Harry's ranting and raving that gave Matilda the key to her power.
So it's obviously her powers work best when she's angry, it seems. I wonder how they did stuff like this too. I thought they used like strings, but I could be wrong. But that's obviously a real spoon. I don't know, I'd be curious to learn about the behind the scenes of this movie. This is a perfect song for this scene. I feel like they weren't gonna originally use this song. It was like a different song, but I'm glad they went with this song.
Box is full of stolen car parts.
Aren't what they're doing though kind of like not good?
You two men are gonna be in a lot of trouble very soon.
Yeah.
It's the female miner.
The female miner.
I really hope you have a search warrant. According to a counselor.
Yeah, a search warrant. Yeah, my goodness.
If you cooperate, we'll make sure it's a nice orphanage. The kind with food and teeny weeny cockroaches.
Oh, adults in this movie are just horrible, other than Miss Honey.
Your car is about to run a stop sign.
How you like that? Is she like actually helping her dad?
She bought a little time for her dad to come to his senses.
Oh.
But now Matilda had bigger fish.
That's really nice of her. I don't know if he ever will.
Having power isn't nearly as important as what you choose to do with it.
Also, why is Danny DeVito doing the narration? I mean, I love it, but it's just, I wonder why he is. I guess he can't just act, he also has to be the narrator. And wasn't he the director of this movie? I mean, if that's her father, she really should have that. Oh, but she's looking for the doll, right? Oh, those dolls are so creepy, though. Oh no, not the red ribbon. Why would you hurt such a beautiful house like that? Oh, no. No, oh Matilda, this is like extra. This is like too much. Buddy, okay. Alright, go home now. Alright, Matilda, like, this is where she is definitely, you know, a child. Because, like, just get the thing and go. She's gonna make her go even madder than she already is. Oh, this is making me so stressed.
Leave me alone!
Oh, yeah, she's very superstitious. Honestly, she should be haunted. I do kind of feel bad for her now. Like, this would be quite scary, but then again, I don't, because she might be a murderer, so. Oh no. Oh, Matilda. Who else wears a red ribbon? You don't need to smell it.
Miss Honey, you'll never believe what I got you.
Oh yeah, and she doesn't know about her powers yet, because she tried to show her and it didn't work. So she probably just assumed she went in her house. Oh no. Oh god.
I will be teaching your class today.
Calm down, Miss Honey, really. It's gonna be okay.
Sweetheart, you promised you wouldn't go back in that house again.
I didn't. I did it with my powers.
Okay.
She's gonna, like, actually show her now. I mean, that's, yeah, she can't deny it. She's not just a genius.
Hold the newt!
Yeah, actually look this time before you drink it.
Sometimes in life, horrible and unexplainable things.
How is she, like, doing that, though? That's, like...
A child came to my house. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know why.
Miss Trunchbull, may I?
No, you may.
Isn't this as simple as this is... I mean, you found her...
Did you know it was illegal?
She didn't enter your house, though.
Without their permission?
But of course she...
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
She doesn't know that yet. It just looks bad. But how does she not know it's already Matilda? I mean, the bow.
Do any of you recognize this?
Matilda. Wow, for a woman who's observant, unless she's just doing this but just to make fun of... Yeah, I think she knows.
Hair ribbon yesterday.
If she doesn't, then she's not observant.
Disgusting ribbon belong to!
Does she really not know it's Matilda?
Miss Trunchbull, I was the one who was at your house last night. I know I don't...
I broke your arm once before. I can do it again, Jenny.
I'm not 7 years old anymore, Aunt Trunchbull.
Oh my god, family secrets are being revealed.
Will be put away in a place.
Okay, so you know it's Matilda.
Look.
What's his name, Magnus? Her father's coming back to haunt you. I mean, it's good that no one has the powers Matilda has, but man, this is wonderful. Such a satisfying ending. I hope this is it of her. This is the end of Miss Trunchbull, please. So dramatic. Doesn't she throw him out the window?
No, Miss Trunchbull, please don't throw him.
Oh yes, thank you, Matilda. Although kind of not, because if she actually did kill a student, she might actually like get in trouble and go to jail. But I think in the end, justice serves her, so. I like how Miss Honey's not trying to like do anything about this. But why would she? I mean, Miss Trunchbull's been so horrible to her. I wonder what, like, did they actually find a school?
I didn't know I could do that.
Yes. Does she like only have one shoe on? Oh, this is what I said I wanted to happen. All to team up on her. Yes, and defeat Miss Trunchbull. I would like to say that I predicted this, but I've already seen this movie, so I'm sure subconsciously I knew that was the ending.
Never to darken a doorway again.
It's so beautiful now.
Miss Honey moved back into her father's house.
What a renovation. What do you call it? Facelift.
Look, it beats so fast it doesn't sound like...
Now she just has to adopt her, right?
Cookies, come on, we're leaving. Now.
It's just so rude.
We're moving to Guam. Come on, let's go.
Guam?
Yeah, Daddy's not going to be in the auto business anymore.
I don't want to.
Oh god, the police sirens.
Yeah, we gotta beat the speedboat salesman to the airport.
I love it here.
Get in the car, Melinda.
Matilda.
Whatever.
Then I love her.
Adopt me, Miss Honey.
I mean, what do you guys care?
I have the adoption papers. What?
Matilda always comes ready.
Oh, from a book in the library.
She's smart.
I've had him since I was big enough to Zira.
Big enough to Zira.
All you have to do is sign them.
I'll be an only child again.
I know. Wouldn't everyone be happy
with all
about
these sirens.
that? With all the sirens.
You're the only daughter I ever had, Matilda. And I never understood you, not one little bit.
You didn't even try to take care of her one little bit, let alone understanding her.
Here.
Thanks.
Well, at least they're nice enough to do this.
Doing perhaps the first decent
Yeah,
thing they
decent
ever did for their daughter, the Wormwoods signed the adoption papers.
I didn't even read it. I mean, what's the point, really, you know? Just goodbye. See you later.
You're not gonna be calling us for support payments or something like that, huh?
Oh, no, we'll have
I mean,
everything.
look at her house. I think they'll be fine.
Let's roll.
It's the best day ever.
Ciao.
I'm so happy. Good luck escaping prison.
So Harry and Zinnia got away, and as bad as things were before, that's how good they became.
I love the ending of this movie. It's so cute.
Was made principal of Crunchbull Hall, which had to add an upper school because children never wanted to leave. Life could be fun, and she decided to have as much of it as possible.
That's what you should want it, you know? That's what you hope for most people in life. So sure, you want to have as much fun as you can. Such a beautiful house. Matilda really liked it at the end, you know.
The happiest part of the story
And I guess Miss Honey did
is that
too.
Matilda and Miss Honey each got what they had always wanted, a loving family. And Matilda never had to use her powers again. Well, I mean almost never.
I mean, you know, sometimes.
Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely,
Directed by Danny DeVito. Oh god. The end credits, the colors are very, whoa, in your face. Alright. I haven't rewatched this as much as maybe I've rewatched other movies. So, you know, there's some things I forgot for sure. A lot of things. Just kind of the sequence probably of it is mostly what I forgot about. Like I knew, you know, I know Miss Trunchbull. I forgot how horrible Miss Trunchbull is. I will say that. And just, I mean, her family, like, just basically all the adults in this movie except for Miss Honey. And then also just like the physical abuse, throwing kids, taking them by their hair and throwing them. It does make me want to know how they made this movie, because those scenes were quite something. And then just also how Matilda, I don't know, I would love to know how they made things look like they were floating. Because I don't think this movie used CGI. For some reason I don't feel like they did, but maybe they did, I don't know. I was right that Danny DeVito directed it. But yeah, you know, it's like, that's what's fun about watching a movie you haven't seen in a while. You remember some things and other things you don't remember. It's a really wholesome and satisfying ending. Miss Trunchbull, like, the kids literally ganged up on her and got her running out of the building with only one shoe on. I guess this movie makes me feel very fortunate, so... but yeah, I would love to know all your thoughts down below, you guys. Please do all those YouTube things if you wouldn't mind, and I'll see you guys all in another one. Bye.